Hey everyone, and welcome to adolfostreet Realty, where you're going to get some straightforward answers with no gimmicks, but a little bit of goofiness, because that's just me. Today, I'm just going to babble a little bit about iBuying. What is it? You know, who does it best, whatever. It's something that investors have traditionally been doing for a very long time. Traditionally, unfortunately, a lot of this investment strategy is related to taking advantage of the elderly people, in the sense that these investors traditionally, it's not really happening so much anymore, but what they do is they usually take advantage of people who don't know the market and people who aren't familiar with technology, especially at this point. And so they don't know how much their house is worth. And so the investor comes in, knocks on the door, and they give them a great script, and they swab their way into buying their house for cash really fast for like $100,000 under what it's worth. And then they either resell it or they, fix it up and then sell it or whatever. Usually it's a matter of tying it up and just selling it to somebody else, and you make your quick $30,000 and you just go to the next house, right? That, because of the freedom of information, that's kind of changing now. It's not as easy for investors to swab their way into paying barely nothing for a house. Wedge deals, there's like 1,000 names for this. It's just not so much of a thing anymore. It still exists, definitely still happens, but not as much. Instead, what's happening now is iBuying, and it's the institutional version of this, not the virgin. The institutional version of this. And so what I mean by that is a company like Zillow has a ton of cash, and they'll come in and buy your house for cash very quickly. And then they'll turn around and sell it on their own platform. And they usually use agents. Zillow uses agents. They have Snipe Realty right now as their foot on the ground agents here in Portland, Oregon. Redfin is doing it. It's called Redfin Now. It's a bunch of newer tech companies are doing it. Open Doors sort of doing it as well. There's a couple options there. Here's the thing. If you go with a realtor, I get it. It's going to be 5%, it's going to be 4%, whatever. It's going to be some money. But what you're hopefully going to have, depending on the realtor, is honest information about what your house is worth, what it could sell for, what you need to do to get it sold, etc. What you won't have is a quick turnaround necessarily. Maybe you could get rid of it in 3 or 4 days, depending on your market. But if you really need a quick turnaround, go ahead and do the iBuying thing. I get it. Whether it's foreclosure, an elderly person, who needs care, and you just got to get rid of the house, whatever the reason might be. If you don't have time and you need the cash now, sure. And it'll probably be better to go to a bigger institution like Zillow and Redfin than it will a small investor who's knocking on your door, unfortunately. That's just the truth right now. Because Redfin and Zillow have these nationwide, everyone can see reviews, whereas these smaller investors don't. It's a little bit more of a quiet, dangerous territory where they're just kind of taking advantage of people. If you have 1 to 3 months, try it out. List the house. Just pop it on there, see what happens. Find a realtor, however you do it. Friends, clicking on Zillow, hopefully not. Redfin, whatever. You know what I mean? Just find a realtor, have a conversation with a few of them or just one or whatever. And, take a few months, clean up the house, sell the thing. You're going to make more. You're going to do better on the other end. So that's just a general summary of iBuying. I hope it helped. I hope it helped you make a decision. I hope it helped you understand the market and what's going on right now. Please like, subscribe, enjoy. Thank you so much for viewing. Bye-bye.